Is there a chance that a strange animal lives in our seas? Not the Megalodon or the Loch Ness Monster, but an unusual beast you probably have never heard of, which is known as the Mosasaur. A British tourist saw a strange creature back in 2014 while cruising the Gulf of Mexico. Known as the Carnival Cruise creature, it had a striking resemblance to the description of a Mosasaur, an extinct apex predator. If the Mosasaur survived the catastrophic extinction that wiped off 75% of all species on Earth, its existence would have been obvious. It would have drastically changed how our oceans look and are used. It's interesting to note that the Megalodon might not have existed if the Mosasaur had continued to live in our oceans. How could one creature have such a powerful influence? These terrifying aquatic beasts were basically huge lizards, kind of like land-dwelling Komodo dragons, but they evolved for life in the ocean. With their deadly fangs, shark-like tail, and snake-like double-hinged jaw, their anatomy made them deadly predators. They can grow up to 18 meters in length, which is 4 meters longer than the typical yellow school bus. There was no safety for fish, dolphins, sharks, whales, or even other mosasaurs. This species' fossils have been discovered on every continent, even Antarctica, providing proof that these marine rulers ruled the seas during the Cretaceous period. However, not all of them were as fierce as others. Some could only reach a length of 1 meter. So how did these creatures become such formidable beings? Their ancestors looked like the marine iguanas that are still seen on the Galapagos Islands today. It was about 90 million years ago that these lizards started going into the ocean in search of food. They first stayed close to the coast, but as evolution went on, they made adaptations to live in the open ocean. Their tail vertebrae developed robustly, giving them speed and agility that allowed them to move farther from the coast. They kept close to the surface, just like whales and dolphins, and they had to come back up for oxygen. The evolution of the Jurassic Park Mosasaur only took 27 million years. The Mosasaur in this film is obviously not very accurate. Even though a real Mosasaur was smaller than the one in Jurassic Park, it was nonetheless a dangerous and formidable creature. These creatures would completely alter our oceans if they were still around now. It is improbable that many modern marine animals could coexist because the Mosasaur's dominance would probably outweigh them. As such, marine life as we know it now probably would have undergone changes in appearance and behavior as a result of this powerful predator. Marine life would have had to adapt unique characteristics to avoid the Mosasaurus. According to an ecological theory, predators force their prey to quickly adapt, which is how they are said to play a crucial part in evolution. A 2007 study found a clear link between the interactions between predators and prey and the variety of marine life across millions of years. Thus, even more diversity in our waters might have resulted from the Mosasaurus's existence. For humans, the presence of this enormous creature would greatly increase the danger associated with our oceans. Bigger boats would be necessary because this beast could easily take down small sailboats and fishing boats. Given the inherent danger, recreational activities like sailing and fishing may become less popular. Certainly, surfing and swimming would become dangerous activities. Luckily, there are no Mosasauruses in the oceans now, so they may maintain their recognizable appearance. There is a benefit to this absence. It's possible that other extinct creatures may coexist if the Mosasaurus survived to become extinct. Imagine pterodactyls soaring overhead. But that's a story for a different what-if video.